Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Well, it is currently, I just looked, it's 6:10. Oh, it's 6:11 now. It is 6:11, and it is a beautiful evening outside. Let's see what the temperature is. It is currently, waiting for the Weather Channel to load. It is currently, I bet it's like 65, 67 maybe. Oh, it's 73 outside. I can't believe it. Feels like 73. It got up to 75 today, it says. Let's see what the weather's going to be for the next couple days. Tonight, 76 tonight. Tomorrow, 72. Wednesday, 70. And then it drops into the upper 50s and the lower 60s for the rest of the next week. So I guess the temperature kind of turned around a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I was sitting out here earlier talking to my neighbors, and it sounds like somebody's cooking out, but their garage door is already closed for the evening, so they must be somebody else cooking out. Anyway, everybody that walked by was like, "It's such a beautiful day, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's so nice." Have my coffee, which I just found. I was like, I couldn't find where I put my coffee. Sometimes when I go in to do videos, I take my coffee inside and then I put it right down, next to my right foot, and I couldn't find my coffee, and so I came out here and I also had my glass of water from earlier, and I was like, where did I put my coffee at? So I went back inside and it was on the table to the left of me. So anyway, Alex is currently getting ready to go do his hot yoga, and then he is going to come home, and then we're either going to just make something here to eat and watch some kind of TV show or movie or something. I don't know. We don't really have any shows to watch until, well, we need to go back and start watching Impeachment again, because we started watching it and then we never finished it. So we need to watch that. And then we have the reunion of Beverly Hills on Wednesday, and then we also have Salt Lake City on Wednesday. But this is Monday, so we're already caught up on those shows. We've been watching all of our shows the day that they come out, and so before we would watch one here, watch one there, and so we had each day something to watch, but we don't right now. So anyway, last night, did I just watch one show last night? Yeah, last night I didn't even watch A Friend of the Family, the story on Peacock about the documentary that was Abducted in Plain Sight. I just was like, I don't know that I really want to watch this tonight. I just really wasn't in the mood to watch it. It's only 4 parts. The thing is, on the heels of having just watched the documentary, it is exactly like the documentary. So, if you watched the documentary 2 years ago and you're watching a show, maybe it would be interesting to you. The characters or the actors that are playing it are fantastic in it. But I just watched the documentary, so nothing is new to me, and it everything seems identical. It's taken literally from the documentary. It was interesting because they said some things were changed, and I was like, there are very few things that are changed in this show. So instead, I watched Fear the Walking Dead, because the night before I had started watching that. I think I had watched 1 episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And so last night, the first season is 6 episodes, and then the other 6, I think there's 7 seasons out total. The other 6 seasons, there are 16 episodes. So I watched last night a lot. I watched the rest of the first season. So I watched 5 episodes. And then, and you know what was weird was I didn't remember having watched it. I mean, I remembered the characters, and I kind of remembered some things happening. I remember with the guy that owned the barber shop, them hiding in there and stuff like that. But other than that, them being quarantined onto that their street, I kind of remembered it. But I don't remember when I watched it or how closely I watched it. Not very closely, obviously. I remember there was a boat at some point, but that's really more season 2. So I watched all of season 1, and then I started watching season 2. It was getting really late, you guys. I mean, I watched so much of it. Hold on a second, I'll tell you how much I watched. So I finished the first 2 episodes of season 2. So I really like it. I really, really, really like it. So much has happened already in just 8 episodes of a show. This is that coffee that I really like. The high brew, or the cold brew, high brew coffee, Mexican vanilla. I really like this. I get this at Fresh Time. So today I got up, just kind of was doing stuff around the house, and I filmed a drama video, and then kind of got some other stuff done that I was wanting to get done. And then I filmed a haul video, the Kohl's video that I was going to do yesterday. But I kind of combined it into being a Kohl's haul video, Kohl's, Von Maur, and Gore. I showed a lot of my Gorin Brothers hats. I showed the new one that I got. Not all of them that I own, but some of them that I have. Just because they were downstairs, and so I wanted to show them since I was showing my new one that I got. So yeah. The haul videos are fun, and they're like super easy to do, and I just like show the stuff that I got. They're fun. I like doing them. I like watching haul videos when people, you know. I said in there, I was like, I'm going to start doing a lot of hauls, like even if I just go to CVS. I'm going to be like, here's some Band-Aids that I bought. So anyway, I kind of hope Alex wants to go somewhere and get something to eat tonight. I'm really hungry for pasta. I would like to go to Puccini's. The last time that we went to Puccini's, well, I always get pasta, which comes with a salad. And then you get salad and you get bread to start. And Alex always gets, what do you call it? He gets a large cheese pizza, which doesn't come with, I mean, you could get a side salad if you wanted to, but he never does. And he just like, he eats like 4 or 5 slices and then takes home the rest. I don't even know if we have the room in our refrigerator right now, because we have like literally every Coke and Diet Coke that we bought from Costco the other day, Alex put in the refrigerator. But I got this penne pasta with this like spicy cream sauce. Oh my God, it was so good. I usually just get the same thing every time I go there. Well, I go back and forth between these 2 things, and one of them is like this pesto sauce that I always get that I really, really like on like an angel hair pasta. I really just like sometimes too like an angel hair pasta on like with buttered noodles. I don't know. My dad and my stepmom like years ago, like Puccini's has been around forever. So this would have been like in my 20s. They were, I think it was in my 20s. But I was house sitting for them, and they had like left the previous day, and like that night they had gotten Puccini's, and like my dad had gotten angel hair pasta with pesto sauce on it. And I can remember like sitting there in the kitchen and just eating it cold. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I love cold pasta like the next day from like some like, you know, Maggiano's or someplace. And actually Cheesecake Factory has really good pasta too. So there are 3 cheese or 4 cheese, whatever it's called, so good. But when I was sitting there eating it, I was like sold on that pesto pasta. That maybe that was more in like my early 30s. Yeah, I can't remember when that was. But I'm like looking at these flowers, I'm like, which ones need watered? I can't really tell. I watered the ones at the end of the walkway yesterday with the watering can. These probably need to be watered that are up here. So yeah, I watched so much of Fear the Walking Dead last night. Talked to Tanya for a long time on the phone. And then Sarah and I are going to do something maybe Wednesday afternoon. She has volunteered to like start picking me up like for an hour or 2 like a week. And just like running me to get a Starbucks, or, you know, go to the post office, or get crumble cookies or whatever. And then Caroline is coming on Thursday, and we're going to go to brunch, and she's going to run some errands with me. So that's nice. I get to do that. And then tomorrow, Tanya and I didn't talk about whether or not we're going to go to our meeting tomorrow night, but I can't imagine why we wouldn't. The only time we usually don't go is if she has something else going on or she's out of town, because she's my ride to the meeting. So that's typically the only time that I don't go. Yeah, I'm going to water these plants tonight. So I don't know what we're going to do for dinner. When we went to Brewburger the other night, we tried to go to Cheesecake Factory first, and their wait was like 45 minutes to an hour for 2 people. And there was like, and I know it's because, like, you know, every place there's like no servers working there, and they can't get people to, like, you know, work anymore. I just feel bad for, you know, anyway. It's just catch-22, you know, because they can't hire people to work, and people don't want to work for the prices that they're paying them. You know, I mean, I get it. And so, but like, it was like kind of empty. We were kind of surprised. Like, there was like nobody like waiting for a table sitting there or whatever. And so she was like, you can wait for a bar top. We usually do that. We usually wait and get a, hold on a second, somebody's texting me. Yeah, we usually just wait and get like a high top table in the bar and sit there, which is fine. I prefer a booth. Little unknown fact, I probably never talked about that in a video. I always, like, when I go out to dinner somewhere, I'm always like, and by any chance, do you guys have a booth? Like, I love a booth. I don't know what it is. It just is like cozy for me to sit at a booth. So that night, though, we were like, she was really sweet. She was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, we don't have anything for 45 minutes to an hour. And I was like, okay. And we looked in the bar, and there was like everybody that was sitting in the bar, you could tell like they had just like sat down because like they were just getting their drinks and stuff like that. So Alex kind of looked at me, and I was like, I'm really hungry. And he was like, okay, let's go. So we went to Brewburger. I'm craving pasta tonight, though. I kind of like to try somewhere different. You know where I haven't been in forever? I know when I say this, people are going to be like, oh my God, seriously? But no, you know what? It kind of sounds good that I haven't been to in ever is Olive Garden. I do like their breadsticks and their salad, though. Their unlimited breadsticks and salad. There's this bee on the flowers over here. I'm just like watching it. This is the story of my life, the simple life. The bee and the flower. So tonight, I will now I'm like infatuated with Fear of the Walking Dead. So I have 2 books out on our island in the kitchen that I'm going to start reading. And also the Audible book, Simone St. James, Book of Cold Cases, that I'm still going to finish. That I was going to start in October and get all of this stuff. I was really going to do it in October. I was going to start walking every day and working out. And I wake up and I'm like, Boo Radley, let's just sleep for 5 more minutes. Boo Radley is so sweet. I'll be like, 5 more minutes, Boo Radley. He curls like right up next to me, so we just sleep. We push the button for a few 5 more minutes. Do you guys do that? Are you 5 more minutes people? I am. So anyway, we snooze the button for 5 more minutes, and then we get up and we kind of have a slow morning. Imagine that. If I got up though and like, I could even like drink a cup of coffee like while I was walking, you know? It's been so beautiful, there's no reason not to. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to start doing that one of these days. I don't know when. Well, it's Monday, so this is a good week. I can put that into my intentions and manifest that for the week, that I'm going to get that done. Yeah, but I don't know what we're going to go eat tonight. If I say Puccini's, he'll say fine, because he'll just go get pizza. My husband could eat pizza literally every single night of the week. You know, the other thing we haven't had for a while is Mexican. Mexican sounds really good. Although, like, we have this place by us called Verde that's really good. And Alex has been going there for years. I like it. They have like queso that is really good. And they have empanadas that are really good. And they have street corn that is really good. But I almost kind of want to go somewhere where you can just get like, you know, a bean and rice burrito with queso on top of it and like chips and salsa. Like that's, you know. Melissa introduced us to that it's like a chain, Red Habanero. I really like that place. They have really good stuff. I feel like they moved, though. They did move, because it used to be in a strip mall, and they moved to another place. This week, speaking of Melissa and Jason, Alex and I and Aaron and Eric are all going to see Halloween Kills, or Halloween Ends. And I have been watching Halloween from 2018, like in the background and stuff. Halloween from 2018, Halloween Kills, like nonstop, getting ready for it, because I want to be prepared for the movie. I'm so excited. This guy, like, he is probably closer to my age, maybe even a little bit younger, like maybe 5 years younger. He literally walks this neighborhood like every night at the same time, and he's like super serious. He's like really like, but he's always on his phone. So he's like, when he's walking, he's always like this on his phone, like looking at his phone. But he's always like walking really fast and very seriously. That's how I need to get. I need to be like a mall walker, but like on the streets. Like where you're pumping your arms. I do. I need to get like that. And I need to set up those weights that I bought from Amazon 6 months ago. I need to this is what I need to do. I'm going to do this tonight when I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I'm going to make a list of all of the things I want to get done, including the basement. And people ask me about the basement all the time. Yeah, like, I don't talk a lot about the basement on here anymore because, I mean, what sort of say about the basement? Yeah, I spent 20 minutes down there last night, but I'm still doing stuff. I'm bagging stuff up. The problem is that oh, this was really interesting, actually. We got, like, this Post-it note from this company, and the company was, like, need junk hauled away. They, like, they'll haul, like, all your junk away for, like, $50 or $25 or something like that. And so I was like, ooh, well, I'll just bag up all my stuff and then have them come and, like, haul it all away, including, like, the furniture that we can't sell that's, like, so old that it's destroyed and all this kind of stuff, right? But I have been bagging this stuff up, and, like, Alex has been, you know, helping me, like, carry the stuff up. Like, if it's the stuff that's, like, lighter, I can carry it up or whatever, but the stuff that's, like, heavier, that hurts my back, he's been helping me. So I've continued to do that. The basement is slowly but surely getting cleaned out. I don't think people really have any idea, like, how much stuff is really down there. Like, I would say like a half of the basement was my mother's stuff, and that I'm kind of like really going through as I go down there, and the other half is my stuff. My stuff is really pretty easy to go through, because other than like the memorabilia stuff, like pictures, I have stuff from high school, you guys. I have like notes from high school. Not a lot anymore. I've kind of narrowed it down. I basically have like one plastic box. It was like an ornament box of my mom's, but it's like plastic and it has like a green lid on it that like secures it. That's where I have like everything of my mom's, and it's like literally like this big, and it has like her wallet, her glasses in it, this container that she kept like her jewelry that meant stuff to her, like her charm bracelet that my grandma gave her and my aunt, like all of her like Pi-Fi pens and stuff like that. I keep like everything like in there, like some notes that she wrote me, some cards and stuff like that. Like that's all I have like of her. Like, I mean, there's tons of stuff down there of her, but I don't like need, I mean, I don't need all of this stuff, right? the things that are hard to go through, that, like, really, to be honest with you, I just want to either, like, donate fully or just get rid of, are, like, CDs, DVDs, VCR tapes. I mean, I have so many of that stuff, you guys. And then I just have, like, notebook upon notebook upon notebook upon notebook of stuff that I just, like, wrote in through the years and whatever. That I don't really want to throw those out. But then it's like, put them in another box, and then that box is in the basement, and that takes up more space, right? And then we have decorations, and we have, you know, ornaments that I haven't used. In fact, I have ornaments from me and my ex that just need to be thrown out. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm going through. And so when I come across, like, the box of, like, those ornaments, I just throw them in. Like, I mean, I don't need that stuff. That doesn't have any sentimental value to me. So I just throw them in a bag, you know, like that, or, like, put them in a donation, like, section for stuff to be donated. But it, like, all of that takes time. It's not just, like, you know, I can go through it in one day. And the other thing is, like, the basement is not finished, cement, and not exactly, like, a fun place to be. What I've been thinking about doing is, like, I need to get, like, some way to put, like, a TV, or, well, I guess I could just put my iPad down there and just, like, watch a movie while I'm doing stuff. I usually listen to music. The thing about listening to, like, an audiobook while I'm doing it is I'm kind of, like, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm kind of, like, partly focused. Like, I sit there and, like, I'm, like, looking through pictures. I have, like, huge, you guys know those, like, plastic, like, storage boxes that you get at, like, Walmart and stuff like that. I have a huge one. It's, like, deep of all just pictures. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. The pictures are just all thrown in there. I took them out of, like, you know, like, because my parents back in the day, they would always have, like, those, you know, things you got at, like, the CVS or Walgreens or whatever that just had the flap over it, you know, where the pictures were in the back. I just literally, like, took the pictures out, threw them in there, and threw out the holder or whatever, and did that with all kinds of my pictures, my mom's pictures, all kinds of pictures. Scrapbook, and put the scrapbooks on top. We don't really have a lot of scrapbooks. My mom had two. One from the years that she got married or got engaged to when she got married, and then another one from the year that I was born, like my first year when I was born. And those are, like, the two scrapbooks that she has. And then she has a scrapbook of, like, that my grandma had. It's, like, real small and, like, thin though. Skinny scrapbook. And then I have, like, two scrapbooks from, like, high school. But, I mean, I'm not going to throw that stuff out, you know. The other thing is, like, I think to myself sometimes, I know this is, like, really, like, kind of, like, arrogant, but, like, I think to myself, like, well, what if I wrote a memoir someday? And, like, I wanted this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, what if I wrote an autobiography? Or what if I became, like, super famous and someone was, like, doing all this research and they wanted to have these pictures and then there was nothing left, right? I mean, you gotta think that way a little bit, right? You got one life to live, live it like that. But I'll get it cleaned. It's just a lot of it is, like, nonsense. And then there are some big pieces of, like, furniture that just, they're, like, they're just, like, they can't be used anymore. They're just, like, they're past the point of, like, being used. Like, they're just destroyed, and, you know, they're either moldy or they've been used so many times and whatever. Like, we've, like, this big chest that my mom had that she, like, she kept in, like, the mudroom of her house at their first apartment. She had it ever since their first apartment. It was actually, I guess, what my dad put her engagement ring in and proposed to her. But, like, I've emptied it out. I've taken everything out of it that's in there. And now it's just, like, this chest. But, like, I have to have this chest hauled off. Like, it's a heavy chest. It's a heavy wooden chest, right? And then there's, like, a drafting table that was my dad's. It, like, sits up high, and it was, like, my computer desk in my very first apartment when I was in college. And it's, like, so warped. Like, whenever I say this stuff, people are like, oh, I'll take it, I'll use it. It's so warped, you would have to have the whole thing redone, and quite frankly, you could buy a drafting table brand new for the price you'd have to pay to have this one remade. I have, like, a Papasan chair down there from Pier 1 that is, like, moldy. It just has been sitting down there for so long, and it's, like, basically at this point just, like, storage for, like tools and stuff like that. So it needs to go. But like, we just need to have somebody come in and haul this stuff out of there. I have like old TVs down there. We have like 2 like 6-foot high Christmas trees that need to be hauled out of there. We have a couple. Why did that guy just like slow down and like look at me like that? We have a couple rugs that are like, that my mom had on top of the carpet that are like rolled up, that need to be taken out. I gave one of them to my dad because it was one that my dad had that he bought for the house, and so I gave him one of them. The other 2 are like, he didn't want them, and they're like huge, and they're just like rolled up in the basement, like piled on other stuff. I have a barrister bookcase down in there that I do probably want to keep that. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like an old school bookcase where you like open it's like so it's bookshelves, but it has like glass, and you open it and then it like slides back in. It's really, really cool. I have in the garage, because I was going to give it to a friend of mine, I have a spool. These were real popular back in the day. My mom had it next to her chair in the library, and she used it as a table. But it's like a spool. I don't know what it's called, like a spool drawer. It has like a drawers in it, and like they would put like spools of thread in there or whatever. And so have that. Yeah, it just needs to all go. I'm kind of like, well, maybe we'll get like a really like heavy winter, and then like I'll just be so inspired to just sit down there, and then like spring will come and I'll be like, oh, it's all done. Like, I have a huge area cleaned out now, and it's like whenever I go down there and I see it, it's like, oh, I can breathe again. You know, it's like every time I get like a big part cleared out, I feel really good about that. Our garage is really, really small too, so it's like I would haul a lot of this stuff out there. Like, we have like wood planks, screen doors, stuff like that in the basement. I don't even know why my mom has that stuff down there. We have a like a children's desk from like 1800s prairie times down there that like was, my mom got as like a desk for me to play school in when I was a kid, or I don't know. That has like, you know, did you ever see like Little House on the Prairie? It has like the if you're sitting at the desk from behind, it has like underneath the desk like a drawer, and then like if you're sitting in like a thing you lift up and you put like your what do you call it back in the day, your oh shoot, what's that called, your chalkboard on. And then if you're sitting in front of it, it has like a stool, like not a stool, but a thing that folds up. So that's in the basement. Like, that needs to go. Like, there's just so much, you guys. It's just like unbelievable. Yeah, it all needs to go. So, like, I mean, it's not like I can put it in the garage, because, like, our garage is small, and, like, Alex's car takes up the majority of the garage, and we already have stuff sitting out around there, you know? Like, one of the things I've been wanting to buy is I've been wanting to buy one of those big metal cabinets to put in, like, the corner of the garage, where we could put, like, our toilet paper, paper towels, like, down, you know? And then, like, stuff that, like, I get sent, or things that I have for reviews that I could put in there, you know, extra candles and things like that and whatever, because I'm just trying to get the cabinets and stuff organized like that. That would take up a lot of the space of the garage if we had that in there like that. We had like a little storage area like that. That would be nice, and that would clean up all that stuff. So Alex actually never texted me and said that he was leaving work to go to hot yoga. I don't know what time his appointment was. If he got off at 6, let's see when he said he was getting off. I'm done a little before 6, and then I'm gonna go to hot yoga for a Pilates class. So probably, his class was at 6:15, so it's probably 6:45, 7 he'll be done. 6:40. It stopped while I was singing my song. 6:45, 7. I wrote a new song for Boo Radley. What was it that I wrote last? Oh, it was today, actually. Now I don't remember how it goes, but the food that we get for him is that canine... Oh, shit, what's that called? It's the only food he'll eat. And somebody recommended it to me, and I keep on forgetting the person's name, but thank you so much for recommending it to me. What's the food called? They have it for like every breed of dog, but the one that we get... What is it called? Royal Canine is what it's called. But the one that we get... So he likes just the one that's for small dogs. And it comes in these little packages, and you just tear them off. And it's like these little bits of food and like the stew sauce. Or we get him the one that's for 12 plus, adult dogs, small dogs. But he really likes the one that's not for adult dogs. He likes it better. I don't know how it tastes any better, and I'm not trying it. So, but he like eats that one like down. The other one, like he'll eat, and then he'll come back and he'll eat a little bit more. Hey, how are you? Good. So he likes it. He just doesn't like it as well as he likes the other one. And so, today I was like singing this song, and I was like, I can't remember what it was. 12 plus small dogs, 12 plus small dogs, something like that. He gets so excited. But you know, it's so funny because PP ate in the kitchen, Tucker ate right over here, like at the top of the stairs, and Boo Radley would eat in his house. And we had to separate all three of them, or they would eat each other's food. And really what it was PP would eat all of their food, Tucker would eat Boo Radley's food, and Boo Radley would like guard his food. And so back in the day, we never really had a problem with Boo Radley not eating his food, because I think he knew, like, if he didn't, Tucker and PP would eat his food, like, right away. Because PP would finish his, and then he would go over and, like, and Tucker, if, like, he went near Tucker's food, Tucker would kind of, like, be like, a little bit. So he wouldn't, like, then he would go down, and we would find PP, like, on the stairs looking down at Boo Radley. And Boo Radley would just sit there and guard his food. He wouldn't growl, but he would just guard his food. And so then eventually he would eat it because he didn't want PP to eat it, right? So cute. They were so cute. And so, then when PP passed away, Tucker continued to eat at the top of the stairs, and Boo Radley ate downstairs. I tried to move Tucker, and so we tried to move their food and have Tucker like eat in the kitchen and Boo Radley like at the top of the stairs, or vice versa. They weren't having it. Boo Radley still, and probably because they had been so trained to eat that way, right? Obviously, I mean, that's what they knew for 10 plus years. And then when Tucker passed away, I really tried to get Boo Radley to eat upstairs. Not for any other reason, but that it's just easier to feed him in the kitchen, right? And he's got a bowl of water in the kitchen. Like, he drinks from, there's a bowl of water in the kitchen that he drinks from. He has a bowl of water in his house that he drinks from as well. But he will not, if I put down food in the kitchen, he will not eat it. It can be the same exact food that he would devour in his house that he will not eat in the kitchen. It's almost like it's weird, like he knows it's not like his food, or it's not for him or something. So he won't eat it. But, yeah. I don't know, little guy. He ate his food though. He ate, well, tonight I gave him the 12 plus, and so he ate like half of it. And then we'll like take him out around like 8:30 or 9, and then he'll like, instead of like, we usually go inside and we give him like a handful of those like little treats. He gets those little treats. I can't remember what they're called, but anyway, we buy 4 bags at a time off of Amazon. He loves those treats so much. When we come inside like 8:30 or 9, when we take him out like while we're watching a show or something, he'll like, instead of going down or going into the kitchen for his treats, he'll like run straight downstairs to his house, and he'll eat the rest of his food. And then after that, he gets his medicine, and he gets treats with his medicine, because he has to have the little injection in his mouth every night, which he's gotten really good at. Like, I was really worried because Alex usually gives him his medicine, and so Because when Alex gets up in the morning to go to work, he gives him, there's like 2 medicines that he gives him. He gives him the injection in his mouth. It's not an injection like a needle. It's just like a I don't even know what it's called, like a syringe, but it doesn't have a needle on it. You just like draw in the fluid and then you put it in his mouth. Well, Boo Radley is so weird about his mouth anyways from not having teeth that I was like, when I had tried in the past, I was like, I'm never gonna be able to do this. Like, I'm worried, like when Alex is out of town, which is so weird because like with Pee-Pee, I always gave Pee-Pee his medicine because we had to like pill him, like put it down his mouth, and Alex didn't like to do that, and so I would just do it. And like Pee-Pee became so trustworthy with me, like like I would say the last couple months, he just was like, he was so sweet with it because he knew that's what he had to do. I think they almost kind of know that you're like helping them with the medicine. It's kind of weird. Like if you have a dog, or maybe I don't know if a cat is the same, but that you have to give medicine to, it's almost kind of like they know that you're helping them. I don't know. It's bizarre. So anyway, so when Alex was gone, so Alex gets up in the morning and he gives him his morning dose before he leaves for work. And he gives him, I don't even know what the 2 kinds of medicine are. One's a fluid and the other one's a pill. And in the pill, well, you have to give him half of the pill. So we give him half of the pill and we just push it down into one of his little treats. And he didn't even know. He just eats it up like it's one of his treats. He's so sweet. He's really easy. Like, so anyway, I have to say, out of all 3 dogs, like Tucker was the hardest. Hands down, Tucker was the hardest with medicine. And then at night, you give him the injection again in his mouth. Well, before Alex left to go to San Diego, I was like, can you, like, show me what you do? Because, like, I'm scared that I'm not going to be able to do it. Like, I'm just scared that Boo Radley's going to fight me because he jerks his neck, like, when you do it because he doesn't want you in his mouth. He doesn't like that, right? And so Alex is like, I just pick him up and I put him on the counter and then, like, I just put my hand underneath his mouth and just like really quick, just like put it in there, like where so he had a tooth. Boo Radley had a tooth that kind of like pushed out his lip a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain. But he had a tooth that like, was like do. Okay, so that part, like his lip has always kind of been around. So now, if you look at like in videos or pictures, he's got this little area where his like lip sticks out, and like he always has his tongue to right to that. It's so sweet, you guys. So Alex is like, I always kind of like aim for that area and then just like go, into the like his tongue and then he's just like, and then I give him treats and he's fine. So that first night was Alex had flown out on a Friday maybe, and so it was that first night I had to give him his medicine, so I put him up on the counter. I mean, I had done it before, but like he always fought me, and I didn't know if he got the full dose because half the dose would be like on the counter. You know what I mean? I just didn't know, and so like I like picked him up and I put like my hand underneath his neck, not like hard, just a little bit sweet, and then I like put it underneath there and just like real quick, and he was such a good boy. He did it so well. I was like, oh, Boo Radley, I'm so proud of you. And it's like he almost knew, and so I gave him his treats, and yeah, the whole time, like, and he was great about it. My friend Valerini just texted me. Hey, Valerini. Whatever you want. I've been on a Whitney Houston hits track lately. I have so many shows I'm watching right now, you guys. I'm currently watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because the reunion is coming up. The Patient. 3 more episodes of that show left. I'm so ready for it to be over. Manifest. I've kind of taken a pause on Manifest. Not for any other reason, but just because I've been watching other stuff. Real Girlfriends of Paris. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue to that. Real Housewives, Ultimate Girls Trip. I've only got 1 episode. I need to finish that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. La Brea Season 2. I don't know when that comes out. Maybe that comes out tonight. RuPaul's Drag Race UK. So good this season. Alaska Daily. Love it. Friend of the Family. And Fear the Walking Dead. Those are the shows I'm watching. anything. What was the one show that is coming out? Hold on a second. The Idol on HBO Max. When does that come out? That has Dan Levy in it. It's supposed to be really, really good. Alex is super excited to watch that. It's supposed to be about like Hollywood and stuff. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Idol sneak peek. Premieres 2023. Psh. Stars Lily Rose Depp. I'm gonna put that on my. I have that on myself. It's supposed to be really good. It's supposed to be like about the underbelly of kind of like Hollywood and stuff like that. There are really no good shows on HBO Max, are there, right now? I actually find that like HBO Max has a lot of really good shows. I really don't right now. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go to my meeting tomorrow night or not. I'm sure we will. I don't know why we wouldn't. And Tanya keeps on saying that I need to come over there and just kind of like hang out, you know? So maybe if Alex, one of these nights, he goes to a girlfriend's to like have dinner or something, maybe I'll do that, or maybe this weekend. This tree of ours in our front yard is almost like half red already. Looks like an apple, doesn't it? Look at that, how pretty it is. Love it, love exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you, the Love Boat. Did you guys ever watch that back in the day? I love that show so much. I didn't like Vicky though, or not Vicky, who was the girl, the daughter. I don't remember her name. Let's look her up and see. I think Vicky was the one I liked. No, it was Julie. Was her name Julie Twos that I wanted to be like? And it was Vicky, the daughter of the captain. She was who drove me crazy. I didn't like her. Love Boat cast. I'm sorry, but it just said Love Boat 2022. What is this? The real Love Boat. What is that? Cruise ship dating show. No, thank you, ma'am. Gavin MacLeod, he played Captain. Fred Grandy was Gopher. Okay. Bernie Capel was the Doctor. Ted Lang played Isaac. Lauren Tews played Julie McCoy. Jill Whalen played Vicky Stubing. I don't know who some of these people are on here. But I do know who Charo is because I loved every time she was on what she used to say on there. What she's famous for saying. How old is she? She's 71 years old, you guys. Oh my God. I love her so much. She only has one child. Oh, damn. Look at Charo's son. Can we just talk about Charo's son for a second? He's like super good looking. Oh, wait. Let's see what it says. What does he do for a living? He's an actor. In traditional theater. That means not much. He's living off of his mom's Love Boat paychecks. What was she famous for saying? What was that saying that she would say? Charo saying, Coochie Coochie! I forgot all about that. The first time Charo remembers delivering what became her signature phrase, it was a way to flatter the Tonight Show host Johnny Carson's ego, as a publicist had advised her to do with men. After he asked her questions full of sexual innuendos, she responded with a wiggle and the line, "Coochie, coochie, coochie." Oh, I loved her so much when I was a kid. I kind of like wanted to be Charo. I was like, I want to be Charo on the Love Boat. Oh my god. I feel like, I don't know why I'm remembering this. I had a Love Boat lunchbox that came with like a soup container and everything like that. But why am I remembering that they had like a Love Boat, like not like live action, what do you call that? Like boat that you could buy. Let's see, Love Boat, toy boat. Oh my god, they do! The Love Boat Mego Museum Gallery. Oh my god, you guys, look. I'm sure I wanted this for Christmas. The Love Boat playset, 1983. Okay, so look. You have to look it up. This is what it is. And it comes with this. Oh my god. Oh, but it's kind of boring. It just has like people that like are just like green and blue and stuff like that. The set isn't complete, but you can see the, oh my god, look at that. Love, exciting and new. Love Boat playset. Now this one, you can see, has the action figures. Like there's Isaac, and there's the gopher. And there's Vicky, but nobody cares about her. I wonder how much that one. $40.99? That's all that costs? I might have to buy that. Oh, the connection is not private. I might have to buy that. Hold on a second. Damn it. Love Boat action figures. Oh my god, they for real do have them. Shopping. $300 used. No, ma'am, on Etsy. Forget it. You can get Vicky for $40 on Mercari. Who'd care? She's the only one you can get. Lists like all of those. Okay, let's look up Fantasy Island action figures, because I was equally obsessed with that. They have Funko Pops, or Funko Pops of Richard, what was his name? Richard Montalban. Okay, and then, let's see. Little House on the Prairie action figures. They have kind of weird looking dolls, but not really any action figures. But I will tell you what they will have is, because I had some of these, Charlie's Angels. I put Angles. Angels action figures. Okay. Yep, here they are. Oh! The Jacqueline Smith 24. You can get her for $24.99. Kelly Garrett on Walmart. Are you kidding me? Brand new, you guys. Look at her. She looks so boogered, doesn't she? She looks so bad. That's what we called it back in the day. All my drag queen friends, they'd say, oh, she got boogered. Anyway. I can't believe you can still buy these things brand new. Who's watching Charlie's Angels? Honey, nobody wants Sabrina. Nobody wanted to be Sabrina. Nobody cared about Sabrina. That's why they were only selling her for $9.99 at Walmart, okay? Chris Monroe, guess how much she is? She's $30. She's the most expensive one. Because, of course, everybody wanted to be her. All right, you guys, listen. This is enough foolishness for one night. I'm going to get off here and get ready for my husband to come home and figure out what we're going to do for dinner. And so, yeah, I'm going to get off here. And thank you for hanging out on the front porch with me. This has been fun tonight. And I love you guys. So thanks for hanging out. And I will see you here tomorrow night. Same time, same place. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday and a fantastic beginning to your week. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Remember these 3 very important things. What'd she say? I don't know what she said. Remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want, or your week. If you have to start your week over, you can start your week over too. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. It could really be just changing their entire day or week or whatever, you know. Might make them really happy that they got to hear from you. So remember that. And I think that's it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, thanks for hanging out on the front porch. It's been fun. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.